Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf with Center Stage Magazine, and we're here with Rob Carona.
Hey, how you doing?
Awesome. I'm so glad that I get to talk to you today. You have so much stuff going on right now, and I want to just get right in there. You have a new video called Drive, and it premiered yesterday. How has the response been so far on that?
It's actually been amazing. I did a little bit of a pre-screening when we first, got done with it, just to see what people, do. You don't want to put something out and have it flop, when you do the big release. So I always be careful about that. So we got a really great response with the pre-screening, and now that it's out, just people are tweeting it all over the place, and I'm just so happy to see people grabbing onto that. I think it has a really powerful, relevant message to people, and it has some poignant moments in it. So,
and I was going to talk to you about the message. This song is definitely a song that inspires people to dream, right? That's why you wrote the song, was to inspire people to dream. Was this something that you just wanted to do, or was there a more specific reason behind it?
This whole project, I am living what that song is talking about. And I was in the music industry a few years ago. I was doing really well. I had an album. I was opening for big names like Kenny Chesney, and I just, I wasn't doing it the right way, and it's tough living that life, and I just had to walk away from it. And so this is kind of my relaunch of myself, and saying I'm going to do this again, and I'm going to do it right. And I've got 2 kids. That we moved. I didn't have a job. It was just like the worst possible time to be going after your dreams, when you look at life situations. But
right.
I just felt like I had a bigger purpose, and I wanted to not just do it for myself, but to show other people that they could do it too. And so the song was actually, birthed out of the whole theme of Drive. I was just taking random jobs here and there, and it required me to drive a lot.
Right.
And I was just on the road all the time, and I was like, man. And so that just gave me that inspiration. But yeah, it really is, it was for a specific purpose. This was, for me, a statement of, I'm going to do this, whether life tells me I can or cannot do it. And then I want other people to grab onto that as well, because people are dreaming for their
Absolutely.
future, so.
Well, that's great. Yeah. And in the video, I love how you did it. And you had, young ones in there, the little girl that was, boxing. And then towards the end of the video, you see I'm assuming it was her as an adult, as a boxer. And I just thought that was really neat. I really loved the power and the emotion in that video. I thought it was really great. And I'm really glad to be one of the ones that's, sharing that video, because I do think that the lyrics and the meaning behind it are very important for, so many people in this world, for everybody, actually. We all have dreams, and we all have people that tell us we can't do things, or we all have obstacles that try to get in our way. And, so I think that that's a really good song, and I commend you on that. And I wanted to talk about actually making the video. So many people have said that making a music video is just like acting. And so was that hard for you to do, or was that pretty easy for you?
I made it a point to not have to act. So if you watch the video, we had a lot of different ideas thrown around about what to do with the video. And the last thing I wanted to do is try to, I'm not an actor, and I know that. And so, I'm on stage and I like performing. So, for me to just stand in front of the camera and sing a song, cool, I can do that. But to act out a story, and plus, the budget and everything really didn't make for this, cinematic movie thing, to do. So I really had to keep the shots tight and just pick and choose really easy things to shoot. And so I figured shooting a guy standing with a baseball bat wasn't going to require. None of these people that are in that video are actors. I told, people I knew from my church and my friends, and I was like, hey, you look good. You want to do this? And they jumped at the chance. And so it was just a fun family event as well.
Oh, that's awesome. I love to hear that. I absolutely love to hear that. Another video that I had seen on your Facebook page was for the song Spark, and it was an acoustic version, which that's my favorite. I gotta say, it was pretty amazing. Did you surprise yourself with how that turned out? Because I know you said you were at a rehearsal when you did that.
Yeah, a lot of stuff I do is kind of just, well, let's see what happens, because, and that's really cool with technology today. You can catch these moments, and on your phone and things like that. So the song itself is actually, it was a surprise as well. It was a 5-song EP when I was ready to wrap it up and finish. And I realized that I had been marketing this whole Drive message, and Drive was the only song on the EP that even spoke remotely to that theme. And so I just kind of went, I need something else to support this message that makes sense on this record. And I didn't have it. We had spent months and months and months crafting these songs, choosing which ones were going to go on there. And I was like, well, I need another one. So I literally had to go through all my archives. I found this piano part, and it wasn't even a full song. And I just knocked that out in a day, rushed back in the studio and got it done. And it just surprisingly came out as one of the strongest songs on the EP. And we were just doing an acoustic little rehearsal for a coffee shop show over here, and I threw the phone out and said, hey, let's just put this down and see what it actually sounds like. And I was like, wow, this is good enough to put up and share it with everybody. So
absolutely, I'm so glad you did. I loved it. Right away I was like, okay, this is my favorite. I absolutely love it. I love Drive. I really do. But Spark, there was something about that song that I just absolutely loved. It's pretty amazing. Now,
and I think what it is that it's a little bit different sound. Like, I'm country, but not that country.
Right.
Like, I'm a San Diego boy, and so that song, and I have some Southern roots as well, and that song just kind of flows right in between the two. It's got some soul and rock and country stuff, but it's just a little bit different, and so I hope that really comes through with with people recognizing a unique sound that's coming through in a country genre.
Definitely. I absolutely think they will. Like I said, that one just stood out to me. I fell in love with it immediately. Now your new EP, it's actually going to be released on November 7th, correct?
Yes, we are doing a concert release at a big casino over here. I'm partnering with a benefit event that they do every year called Thunder in November. It benefits wounded and injured police officers from a county locally here, and firefighters. And so they just have this going on. They've got a headliner, Jackson Nicholson, and another country guy, Stephen Hogan. They've got a little more traction, and so they're pulling a big crowd, and they asked me to jump on board. I said, hey, because I'm new where I live here near Sacramento, and so I don't really have that much of a following. So I was like, I could do a release for 50 people, or I could just open for somebody and do, a release with 2,000 people. So
exactly.
I think I'll go with 2,000. But so we tailored the iTunes release to that concert as well. So right now, the EP is on iTunes for pre-order. You can get Drive as a single instantly when you pre-order the album, and then you'll get the rest of the tunes on November 7th. They'll instantly come to you on the release date.
Oh, okay, that's great. That's great. Now, another highlight to your album is that 40% of the proceeds are going to benefit Heart Songs for Veterans. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it's so important to me that the music in my career isn't just about me. I've done that. I've done the rockstar thing. I've done the make me famous and look at me thing, and it just goes absolutely nowhere. And so I decided when I started this thing that it was going to be attached to a bigger purpose. I mean, the message itself is great, and I'm inspiring people to dream, but I wanted that to have a backbone as well. And so my freedom and my dreams are facilitated by the military that go and fight and sacrifice their lives to maintain that freedom for me. And so that was just my way of giving back and showing them that I honor their sacrifice. And so proceeds from my EP go to a foundation called Heart Songs for Veterans, and also one called Team Watch. And what they're doing is supporting wounded veterans and active duty military, guys that have lost limbs, and helping them to adjust back into life with adaptive houses, with prosthetic limbs, whatever they need to make their adjustment back to the real world smooth and with no obstacles. So so what you guys are pouring into is more than just good music. When you download my EP.
And that's great right there. That's just a huge incentive right there. Out of all the music that's available, you know, buying music and knowing that you're helping other people, I think is a huge bonus. So kudos to you on that. I think it's very important. I actually did a couple of interviews with Heart Songs for Veterans Ambassador Corey Singer and also Jill Pavel. We did an interview with Nikki Breyer as well. So, and Joe Bayer, I believe he's involved with that as well. I'll have to double check, but yeah, and I love this organization. I think it's great, and I'm so glad that, you know, artists like you are a part of that. It's phenomenal. So thank you for that. And there's something else about you that I don't know if a lot of people would know, and that's that you wrote a book. And I was really curious to hear more about that. What inspired you to write this book?
Yeah, I've always been a teacher of sorts, taught music lessons and done some public speaking and things, and I've been a songwriter for a long time, and I know how hard it is to write a good song and to even know what the heck a good song is. And so I just look at all these aspiring writers out there, no matter what age or who they are, they're just trying to write some good material, and I see that they don't even know what they don't know. And so I've been through the ringer with songwriting and sitting in writing rooms and pitching to professional artists and putting my songs out there and things like that. And then I know what it's like to not get a response and stuff. And so I wanted to put something out there with all my experience and just put it in the hands of people, of aspiring writers. Say, look, this is how you can unlock your creative process and just, you know, get to writing good songs. And it's not just about, you know, it really is about a process, and that's what I think artists don't understand, is that they want their just inspiration to just right on the page and be amazing right when it first comes out, but you have to work at it. And so, and that goes along with my message drive as well. It's not just a dream; it's process and work and study and everything that goes into that. So this just shows a bite-sized way. I just put this book together of all my years of experience, saying, look, this is how I do it. And this is how I accomplish, you know, from the very beginning inspiration to a finished product, and how you write a great song. And I just wanted to put that in the hands of people that are just, you know, wanting to do that with their life. So, yeah, writing a book is crazy. Like, I didn't know what I was getting into. I thought I was just going to sit down at the computer and go, oh, I'm going to write a book today, blah, 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 blah. You know, I wrote it, and then months and months later, it was like, after all these rewrites and stuff, I'm like, why did I even do this? But I have it in my hand now, and it's amazing to see that in hard copy, just feel it, touch it, look at, you know, and it's just so cool to see that. But I run more than the book. I run an organization called Songsmith Creative, and I started this about a year ago, and I teach workshops, and I do online blogging and things like that for aspiring artists, so that they can get on the right track, so they know how to write a song, so they know how to develop themselves as an artist, so they know how to, you know, stand in front of a crowd, they know how to do their business right, all that stuff to help them not have to go through the heartache and obstacles that I did when I first started out.
So there is a lot more to Rob Carona than what a lot of people, you know, are going to realize. I'm so glad that I get to talk to you, because when I was researching, I was coming up with this stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, we have so much to talk about. I absolutely love it. And so just so that everybody knows, the title of your book is called The Songwriter, and it's available on Amazon, correct?
It is. So you can go right to Amazon, type in my name. And I will say one thing, I say this in every interview, Corona is spelled with an A.
Yes.
C-A-R-O-N-A. It's a lifelong struggle, and I've given up in some areas, but for everything that's happening now, people need to know it's Rob Carona, C-A-R-O-N-A, because you won't find me if you're spelling it like the beer. But but you know, so I'm not changing it. You can deal with it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's on Amazon. You can go to robcarona.com. It's on there, and you can get a free preview of it, and then or just, you know, get it on Kindle or a hardback copy or paperback copy, and it's all out there.
That's great. And I'll make sure that we have links, you know, up on our article with you. We'll have all of your social media links, and so that way it's really easy for the fans to just be able to click on there and find you right away. And we'll have everything spelled correctly, I promise. And so I saw another video on your page, and I thought it was the cutest thing. You had a daddy-daughter jam session. And how old is your little one that's in that video?
she's right now. She just turned 2 on a couple days ago. So,
Oh, well,
but
happy
she was
late birthday
probably,
to her.
yeah, she's probably only about a year. I don't even know when that video was, but she's tiny, so she looks younger than she is because she was 2 months early, about 3 pounds when she was born.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
but her name is Tennessee.
That's
Tennessee
pretty
Carona.
awesome. I love that. I love that. Well, she looks like
she's already a musician. Yeah,
I was going to say, she looks like she's just right in there. She wants to follow in your footsteps. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I love it. We kind of knew it from the beginning, and she has a little guitar she follows me around with. She sings songs. She has great rhythm, and her whole being is just immersed in music. I made it a point when she's our first daughter, and our first kid, and I knew that I wanted to pass that music on to her. And so when she was born, as she was growing up, I sang everything to her. So I never really spoke to her. When we were sitting there, when we were outside, I would just talk to her in song. And those first few months, first couple of years of life, you can already see that it's taking hold.
That is something that I think is so special and so amazing to hear. That's going to create just long life, memories and things that you guys are just never going to forget. And that's really special. And I'm so glad that you guys have done that. And, to be able to pass your talent and your gift and your passion on to your child is really incredible. And I'm just proud of you for that. I love that. I love to hear that from one parent to another. That's pretty great. And I bet your fans are just going to love that too, the more they get to know you and all of that. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us and, share a little bit of your life with us. And do you have anything else that's coming up right now that you want to share with the fans?
Right now if I needed anything else, right? Right now I would just, implore the fans, like, independent music is big right now, and artists are starting to take control of their careers again, but it takes the fan support. And I just, for everyone who's listening and reading this, I just implore you, if you have an independent artist you like, you don't have to go out and spend $1 million on them. You just have to share and champion them and share them and talk about them, because that's what gets things going. And so, my EP is there, the video is there. I know you're going to love it. And so I just ask that you just go tell the world, because I'm just one voice, but you guys have a voice. And if you love what you hear, tell the world about it.
Well, that's awesome. I guarantee you Center Stage is going to be promoting you. We've already started sharing your videos. So keep up the amazing work. I look forward to, everything you have in the future, and we'll talk again soon. And I am actually a California girl temporarily. I will be moving back to Nashville, but maybe we can do an on-camera interview and, in the future and really, showcase you a little bit more. But definitely we will be doing our best to promote you. Thank you so much again for taking the time. I appreciate it. And I can't wait to see what you have coming up next. It's going to be great.
Well, I appreciate you having, taking time to let me, be part of what you're doing and sharing that message as well. So thank you.
Oh, no problem. And we will talk to you again soon. Thank you so much.